Another judgment which has also been referred to and relied by the High Court is the judgment of this court in Sanjay Singh Ram Rao Charan versus Gulab Rao Falke and others 2015 3 SCC 123. This court held that the High Court in exercise of revisional jurisdiction shall not interfere with the order of the magistrate unless it is perverse or wholly unreasonable or there is non-consideration of any relevant material. The order cannot be set aside merely on the ground that another view is possible. Following has been laid down in paragraph 14. Unless the order passed by the magistrate is perverse or the view taken by the court is wholly unreasonable or there is non-consideration of any relevant material or there is palpable misreading of records. The revisional court is not justified in setting aside the order merely because another view is possible. The revisional court is not meant to act as an appellate court. The whole purpose of the revisional jurisdiction is to pervert the power in the court to do justice in accordance with principles of criminal jurisprudence. The revisional power of the court under sections 397 to 401 CRPC is not to be equated with that of an appeal, unless the finding of the court whose decision is sought to be revised is shown to be perverse or untenable in law or is grossly erroneous or glaringly unreasonable or where the decision is based on no erroneous or material or where the material facts are wholly ignored or where the judicial discretion is exercised arbitrarily or capriciously. The courts may not interfere with decision in exercise of their revisional jurisdiction. In the above case also, conviction of the accused was recorded. The High Court set aside the order of conviction by substituting its own view. This court set aside the High Court's order, holding that the High Court exceeded its jurisdiction to substituting its views and that too without any legal basis. Now we proceed to examine order of the High Court in the light of the law as laid down in the above mentioned cases. The High Court itself in paragraph 40 has given its reasons for setting aside the order of conviction. It has observed that though perception of a person differs from one another with regard to the acceptance of evidence on record, but in its perception and consideration, the accused has been successful in creating doubt in the mind of the court with regard to the existence of the debt or liability. It is relevant to notice what has been said in paragraph 40 of the judgment, which is to the following effect. In view of the above said facts and circumstances, though perception of a person differs from one another with regard to the acceptance of evidence on record, but in my perception and consideration, the accused has been successful in creating doubt in the mind of the court with regard to the existence of the debt or liability, particularly with reference to the alleged transaction dated 25/12/2005 as alleged by the complainant. Hence, in my opinion, the High Court has full power to interfere with such judgment of the trial court as subject matter exactly falls within the parameters of section 397 of the code and also guidelines of the apex court as noted in the above said decisions. Therefore, I am of the considered opinion the trial court and the first appellate court have committed serious error in merely proceeding on the basis of the presumption under section 139 of the Act and also on the basis that the accused has not proved his defense with reference to the loss of check, etc. Hence, I answered the point in the affirmative and proceeded to pass the following orders. Stop.